We have a Scuttle on in today for our water leak procedure. It's originally come in with the passenger front and the passenger rear being wet, and it is a 2007 model. So if we just come round, we're just going to show you what we've found so far. So we're going to focus on the driver's rear door to start with. I'm just going to grab some water. So we're going to put some water down where the lever bars are, just so it goes on the inside of the membrane. And if we look on the inside of the panel there, we can see that there's a leak halfway up the door, which is then obviously making its way into the car. So there we go. So we've got a leak on that one there. And if we just come round to the passenger side and do the same again. So once again, we've got our lever bar in the top here. So we're just going to put some water on the outside there and then just focus on that door panel there, so we can see that the water's coming out there as well. So there's a leak on both rear door membranes, and obviously the result of that on the passenger rear, if we just lift up this carpet, so we can see I've got a dry hand here. If I just stick my hand under there with the underlay and give it a squeeze, so we can see that that's wet there. And if we now come to the passenger front, we've got the carpet up here so we can see a bit better. So we've got the underlay there, so if we give the underlay a squeeze, we can see that there's water in that as well. And also on this underlay which goes up the bulkhead here, if we could just lift this up a second. So if we lift this up and give this a squeeze, so there we go, so we can see how much water's in that as well. Okay, so on the actual driver's side rear, there's a tiny little bit of a damp patch, but nothing is what's compared to the passenger side. So you can just see here just the discoloration, so just this surface here, and it's just slightly damp just down in this corner section here, but it isn't damp at the front or underneath the seat, so it looks like we've just caught this side. So there we go.